Right.
Yeah, one of the things we've seen from a labor efficiency standpoint, again, sort of pre AB 1228, is delivery has really changed the operating model inside the four walls, and the pandemic changed that, as well as the inside dining really decreased over pre-2020 to today, and the number of folks that you really need has changed. So the labor model already really changed, and it's about trying to find the best efficiencies in that model to meet the demands, whether it's delivery or less dining or kiosk or whatever else it might be. So there's adaptability, and I think it was, if you were here for when Martha Stewart talked yesterday, it's not about reinventing from one event to the other. It's about evolving and evolving with change, and I think that's what this does well. And I think Shannon said it before when she was on here. There's going to be winners in this business, and there's going to be some folks that really suffer, that maybe aren't prepared or haven't changed, or the law is just impacting them in a way that is very unfortunate.
Sorry, I was just going to say, you asked the question earlier about the turnover side of it, and SG said that we were in a period where they've had the lowest turnover in quite a while, and I think that that's our experience also, and I don't know enough about it from an industry-wide perspective, but there's a correlation, right, between the wage inflation that occurred post-pandemic to try to get people and reduce turnover. And so the pro side or the positive side of this might be that we actually do really see improvements in turnover, which you'll have an improvement in cost, right? When I was a kid, it was like $1,200 an employee. That was the cost per employee. I'm sure it's way more than that. It's probably $2,500 or something per employee. If you really do see reduced turnover, I think it'll be money well spent to keep people in and hold on to them longer, and to have to stop churning new folks into the business, especially managers, because of the higher management wage, I would think.
Yeah. It's funny, I was talking to a commercial real estate person the other day, a broker who works with restaurants, and he was talking about predicting that you were going to see a lot of restaurants going back to renegotiate leases or shuttering down. He really felt strongly that we were going to see a lot of, empty restaurants soon. But, I hate to say it, but that does create an opportunity for the winners that are able to cope, that could open up more real estate. And Mike, let me ask you, do you feel like people will not come to California to operate? If you're a national brand, you're looking at our state, will they come or no?
What we're seeing is some chains like Jack in the Box, aggressively expand outside of the state.
Outside.
So, I can't say if people are going to not want to do business in California. It's going to basically depend on what happens with sales, right? California's done great since 2019 in terms of growing their sales. So if that continues, operators will still open stores in the state, but there's definitely the companies that we cover that are heavily exposed to the state are looking to go into some of these states like Texas and Tennessee that have much less onerous regulations and lower minimum wage rates.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I think a part of that as well, though, is one, California, it's for all of the difficulties and challenges that we face, it's one of the best markets, truthfully, that you can be in. And I was just talking to a colleague of mine who owns restaurants in Tennessee, and Tennessee apparently has this entire campaign, Leave Your California in California. So California is spreading throughout the United States, and the ideas and the thoughts and the things that we are doing here, it's not going to stay in California for very long. So anyone out here who feels safe because they're not here in California saying, phew, get ready for it, because it's coming.
Yeah, Washington.